And here we are with the man, the legend himself, right? Albert Pujols, man, thank you so much for taking the time. And
Thank you, Carl.
you know that I've been a huge fan of yours for many years, and then I got to know you, and now I'm a bigger fan of yours because of the man that you are. But let's talk about your performance on the field throughout the years and how consistent you have been. First ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. How that perseverance, that work ethic, let's talk a little bit about that because people say, oh, he's so talented. But no, it takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
Well, definitely, I'm here around 6:30, 7 o'clock, just get the little things that I need to do to take care of my body, and then obviously go to the cage and, do my routine and the stuff that get myself ready, for opening day because, I mean, a lot of people think that just getting in the game, that's going to get you ready for the season, and it's not. Everything that I do with my work and the cage, soft tee, the preparation for the game, and then the game is just a class, where you see some live pitch. But I think for me, with the last 19 years, coming to spring training, the routine that I have in the cage, that's what really get me ready for opening day. And, it's the same routine that I've been having since I was in the minor league and, for 18 years in the big leagues.
And that is precisely why I asked, because I saw this firsthand. I was your teammates for a little bit here in spring training, and I'm like, man, this guy works extremely hard. And then you come into spring training looking like this, you look awesome, Albert.
I appreciate it.
Did you really put in a lot of work in your training, physical training, because you look like you did when you were like 26 years old. What's up?
Well, really, the last 2.5 years with the injuries, knee, foot, and I wasn't able to work out the way that I wanted to, like my early years. And finally, this off season, it was a really off season to relax, to enjoy before I get to the gym. And then, I took about 4 weeks off, and then I started getting into the gym and don't have to worry about going to physical therapy, don't have to worry about doing surgery, just go and get myself ready for spring training. I was able to train, the way that I used to train in the past, and that's pretty much it, that was it, and just cut off some weight like I normally do, and I feel great so far, and hopefully I can stay like this and stay healthy, to help this ball club to win this year.
One of the things that I've always loved about you is the fact that you just drive people home, man. You're like a bus. You drive people home. And again, last year, 100-plus RBIs. Yet, you're sitting there, I'm like, what is it that's going through your mind? What is it that goes through a hitter's mind? When you see somebody in second base scoring position, you say, this guy is coming home right now. What is your approach when you're up there and you have runners in scoring position?
Well, you can't do it by yourself. You obviously need help. And my teammates, they give me that opportunity. I have probably the best player in the game in front of me, with Trout, getting on base, and, Cole. We got Escobar, leading off last year, and the year before. So you have to have those opportunities, and they give me the opportunity. And obviously, the success that I have, in the past, I don't change my approach. I try to just get a good pitch to hit. And sometimes I'm going to drive him in, sometimes I don't. But my team give me the opportunity, and, and that's about it. Just take my approach out there, get a good pitch to hit, and hopefully try to put my best swing, It's it's awesome because a lot of people ask me the same question. You're about the third or fourth guy that asked me the question this spring, and I don't change anything besides just getting a good pitch to hit and just try to drive the ball and put my best swing, and that's it.
Maybe I was doing it wrong all this time. So you have to stay the same, keep an even keel.
Yeah, because you think in second, now you put in too much pressure. I think the more calm that you are in the play, and then the more selected that you can be, the better at bat that you're gonna have. And then, hey, if they don't give anything, just say. That's why you have somebody behind. Like this year is gonna be Cole Cahoon hitting behind me. Hopefully, he drive it in. So just don't have any pressure at all. It's the same thing with two strike. Like, I don't worry about the two strike. I don't gonna change. I don't gonna choke on my bat. I'm gonna take the same swing. I always believe if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down with my best swing. I don't wanna go down with the defensive swing and try to defend the strike some. So pretty much that's it with the men's scoring possession too.
You know what's funny? I remember this actually. We were playing. You were playing against the Cubs. I was playing first base. You get to first base, and I'm like, "What's up, Albert?" And you're like, "Man, I just don't feel good, whatever." And you were. I look at the scoreboard, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? You got 35 home runs, and you have this drive to always improve." You always do. You're never satisfied. So
Yes,
now,
sir.
when you look forward to this season, what do you want to improve on?
On everything, I think that word satisfies. I think that's something that I learned early in my career, through Mark, Edgar Renteria, Placido Polanco, Fernando Viña, Mike Mantini, all those guys. Larry Walker, the Reggie Sanders, those guys really mentored me early in my career, and they always tell me, Woody Williams, a pitcher, a guy that really, just he used to pitch and just never talk about much about hitting, but he used to talk to me about hitting. Daryl Kyle, before he passed, I mean, I remember him talking about, never take anything for granted. Just always try to get better every year. Hey, if you hit 300, try to hit 301. If you get 100 RBI, just try to get 101. Every year try to improve. And I did that pretty much for 11 years being in St. Louis. Obviously here it's been tough because the injuries, but then I'm still producing the best that I can. And I believe that sometimes you're gonna feel 100%, sometimes you're gonna feel 75%, but I always try to give the 100% even if I feel 75%. So and that's about it. Those guys really mentored me and helped me out early in my career. And I never had taken anything for granted, and really think about those early years and, what they told me, man, just try to get better every time, try to get better. And if I can get better, then I can get my teammates better, and then our team better, and then hopefully, at the end of the day, it's about winning a championship.
And then you see your team. Lastly, right? Okay, how do you see the prospects of this upcoming year? You guys seem poised to really compete and go to the postseason.
That's about, what's so awesome about this organization. Artie Moreno, Carol, the front office, they've done an amazing job every year since I've been here. I mean, you were with us about 3 or 4 years ago, and you knew they put a really good product in the field for us to go out there and compete every year. We have a good team this year. Hopefully we can stay healthy. Last year we had a great team too, but right away we lost Garrett Richard. We lost a couple of guys, and when you lost like a third or your starting pitcher, it's tough to replace those guys, And this year, I think we really have a really good team. I think it's the main thing is to try to take care of our business. Don't worry about the other 2019s, and try to stay healthy. And hopefully, we can be one of those 8 teams in the postseason, to be in the postseason and hopefully win a championship.